Hey guys, Danny Johnson here, and if your car is doing this, it probably has a dead battery. And so today I'm going to show you how to change the battery on the 2015 through 2020 Yukon, and it should be the same on the Silverado, Suburban, everything like that. So go ahead and pop the hood here, and then underneath there's a little latch that you're going to push over and lift the hood up. And the battery on this one is located up here. And so the first thing we're going to do is remove a support bar. So we have a 13mm socket, and we're just going to remove the bolt here and here. And on this model, there's even one that goes down here. It's kind of hard to see it, but it's down in there. You just follow the bar down to it. We'll go ahead and remove that one too. Next, there's a little clip that's just holding the wiring harness, so just detach that. Once you do that, the bar should be free, and just kind of wiggle it around carefully and you can remove the whole bar out. This is what it looks like. Okay, next there's a battery tie down, which is 13mm as well. So go ahead and loosen that. You may need an extension like this to get down in there. And this is what the little wedge looks like, the battery tie down. Next, we're going to take a 10mm socket, and we're going to remove the negative battery terminal first. And so you might need an extension as well to kind of get in there. It's kind of tight with a ratchet. We'll just move that out of the way. Then we'll pop the battery cover up, and we're going to go ahead and remove the positive battery terminal here. So we're just loosening it up until you can pull it off. You don't need to take the nut all the way off. And now we're going to move this entire harness out of the way, as well as the ground. In my case, the little bolt came out, so just make sure if it does that you put it back together. Next, we're going to lift the battery out, and the key here is to turn it at like a 45-degree angle like this, and then you can lift it up and out this way. You kind of have to tilt the battery upwards. It's a tight fit, but this is how you can get it out, and it is very heavy. And if you wanted to have just a little bit more room doing this, then there is the expansion tank that you can move. So it's just one bolt over here. As you can see, just remove that bolt down in there and you can move the expansion tank around. But we were able to just get the battery out, moving it around like that. So next we'll bring in our new battery. And so it has to go the same way, 45-degree angle pointed towards the engine. And just be careful because there are electrical connectors in here, especially on the passenger side. So just make sure you're not crunching anything. Give the battery a little twist, and it sits down in there. So there's a little rail right here that holds the battery down. So you're going to push the battery up against it. So make sure the battery's under that. And then on the other side, we're bringing back in our battery tie down. So we're going to go ahead and put this down here into place. And it just goes in like this. We're just going to tighten it back down. So just make sure that the battery is firm and not going anywhere. And now we're going to take off the caps. There's one for the positive terminal here, and there's also one on the negative terminal. As you can see, you kind of have to peel it and then lift it off. So now we're just bringing this back in, and we're going to start with the positive side first. So we're going to go down and ratchet this. You want to do this by hand. Power tools can break the nut and the bolt. So just get that one nice and snug and tight, and then we're going to go and put on the negative battery terminal last. I'm going to go back in here and tighten this down. Again, an extension helps. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that that's nice and snug there. Now in my case, this cover, I just popped it off to see if anything else needed to come off, and it did not. So I'm just popping it back on. So you don't need to worry about that cover, but anyway, that's how it would work. So next we're going to bring our bar back in. And so just snake it down in there. And the bar is going to go underneath the frame of the vehicle here. So make sure it slides under, and on both sides you just kind of have to align it. And then we'll go ahead and put our hardware in. And so right now the key with this, we're going to put the one down here at the bottom as well. We're putting everything in, but we're not tightening it down yet. We're just putting everything in snug so it still has some movement. So all three bolts are back in place. Then we're going to go through after they're all started and snug, and then we're going to go ahead and tighten these down. And so that helps because if you tighten one down all the way, sometimes it's hard to get to the other one. So that should do it. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and check the video description for my playlist on all the videos I've made on the Yukon and the GMC trucks. I have a lot of videos for you there. So thanks for watching and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks, guys.